Hi guys, welcome back to Yoga with Humbu, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for the love I got in the first video. I really appreciate it, and I've decided to do a longer video this time, and I will incorporate some meditation at the end, like a 5-minute meditation at the end, and I really hope you enjoy this video. So don't forget to subscribe, share and like. So let's get yoga in. So you will find a comfortable sitting position at the middle of your mat, your legs crossed and your arms resting on your knees with your palms facing the sky. And this is where you're going to establish your breath. So you will start by breathing in and out like you normally would, and slowly start establishing your breath, breathing in fully and breathing out. And this is your home base. So while you do this, you want to make sure that your entire body is relaxed, and that your neck is straight, your back is straight, and that no part of your body is taking strain. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, and you're going to slowly reach your hands to the outside of your body and circle your hands all the way to the sky, putting your palms together and bringing them down to your heart center. And on your next inhale, you're going to breathe in, arms to the outside of your body, and you're going to drop your right hand onto your mat and inhale, stretch your left arm up and over towards the right side of your body, breathing in and breathing out, observing and feeling that nice stretch on the left side of your body while you reach towards your right, and you're going to slowly come back onto your center and drop your left hand on the left side of your body and reach your right hand up and over and reach it towards the sky as you move towards the left side of your body, and feeling that nice stretch on the right side of your body. Breathing in, fingertips reaching all the way to the sky, and you're going to slowly come back to your center, hands reaching to the outside of your body, circling your hands towards the sky, putting your palms together and coming back to your heart center. So now you're going to get ready to come into all fours. So all fours is your hands and your knees. So you're going to come into your hands and your knees, and you want to make sure that your hands are right below your shoulders and that your knees are right below your hips. And when you look through your thighs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. So you're going to inhale, drop your belly slowly and direct your gaze to the sky, and exhale, round your back. Breathing in, dropping your belly and directing your gaze towards the sky, and exhale, rounding your back. So this is very good for like back pain. So if you spend most of your day sitting and you just want to relieve your back, you can do a cat and cow sequence. So as you breathe in, dropping your belly and directing your gaze towards the sky, this is called cat position. And as you exhale, rounding your back, is called cow. So breathing in, dropping your belly, directing your gaze towards the sky, and slowly resting your buttocks onto your feet and reaching your hands towards the front of your mat, coming into a child's pose. So breathing in and exhaling, you're going to slowly move as you come to sit onto your feet, and we're going to come into a hero pose. So you're going to slowly inhale and reach your hands all the way to the sky, coming onto your knees, and exhaling, you're going to slowly come down, resting your chest onto your thighs and your head onto the ground while you stretch your hands to the back. Breathing in, reaching your hands all the way to the sky, coming onto your knees, and as you exhale, you're going to rest your chest into your thighs while your hands reach all the way towards the back. Breathing in, coming back onto your knees, hands reaching towards the sky, and you're going to slowly rest your buttocks onto your feet. And you're going to come back onto all fours and get ready for a first downward facing dog. So you will step your feet onto the mat and extend your buttocks all the way to the sky, coming into your first downward dog. And you can step your feet in and out a little bit as if you're walking, trying to establish your downward facing dog. And And you're going to move your chest towards your thighs while you do that, pushing the mat away from you and making sure that your hands are spread out wide onto the mat and that you're not cupping your hands, like making sure that they're flat onto your mat. And you're just going to let your head hang like a weight, ensuring that your buttocks are trying to reach the sky while you try to get your heels onto the mat. Breathing in, and you're going to slowly walk to the front of your mat, and we're going to exhale, coming into a forward fold, and breathing in, circling your hands all the way to the sky, putting them together and coming down to your heart center. We are going to get ready for our sun salutation. So you're going to breathe in, raise your hands all the way to the sky, and exhaling, diving down onto your forward fold, and breathing in, coming into a flat back, and exhaling, you're going to step your left foot to the back and letting your right leg join, and you're going to find yourself into plank. And you're going to lower your knees, dropping your chest onto your mat and the tops of your feet, and drop your hips, lifting your chest off the mat, coming to baby cobra and lowering onto the mat, and breathing in, coming into twisted cobra to your right and back to the mat, and coming into twisted cobra to your left, dropping back onto your mat. You're going to tuck your toes, coming back onto your knees, and as you exhale, coming back into downward facing dog, breathing in and breathing out. You're going to slowly walk to the front of your mat and exhale, coming into forward fold, and breathe in, arms all the way to the sky, palms together, coming onto your heart center. So we're going to do this one more time. Breathe in, hands all the way to the sky, and exhaling, coming into a forward fold, breathing in, coming into a flat back, and exhale, you're going to bend your knees and step your right foot to the back, and you're going to let your left foot join and finding yourself in plank, and you're going to lower your knees and your chest, the tops of your feet, and you're going to drop your hips and lifting your chest off the mat as you breathe in and exhale, lowering to the mat, and inhale, you're going to come up into a twisted cobra, turning your gaze to your right, and breathing out, coming down, and inhale, coming into twisted cobra, turning your gaze to your left, and slowly lowering down onto your mat, and you're going to tuck your toes, coming back onto your knees and pushing the mat away from you, and you will find yourself in downward facing dog, and you're going to step in your feet in a little bit, stepping them in and out as if you're walking, and you're going to slowly walk to the front of your mat and exhale, coming into forward fold, and inhale, circle your hands all the way to the sky, put your palms together, coming back onto your heart center. So we're going to get ready for the second sun salutation, and this one is going to start with the chair position. So you're just going to inhale, bend your knees as if you're sitting on a chair. So just slowly coming down and reaching your hands towards the sky, but not all the way up. So like nicely angled. And imagine you're trying to sit on a chair, and you want to make sure that you're squeezing your thighs together and your knees together and your feet together while you do this. And you're going to slowly inhale, coming back into a standing position with your hands all the way to the sky, and you're going to bring them back to your heart center. And we're going to breathe in, coming back onto chair. So imagine sitting on your chair, and you want to focus your weight towards your heels and feeling your toes getting light. Breathing in and breathing out, squeezing your thighs together. Breathing in, and you want to engage your core while you do this. And you're going to exhale, diving down into your forward fold. And you're going to inhale, come into a flat back, and exhale, place your hands onto the mat and step both your feet all the way to the back. And you're going to lower your knees, your chest, the tops of your feet, and your chin onto your mat. And drop your hips and raise your chest and your tummy off the mat, and finding yourself in modified upward facing dog. And you want to make sure that you're engaging your core to support your back while you do this, and reaching your chest all the way to the sky, pushing the mat away from you. And you're going to tuck your toes and exhale, finding yourself in downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. And on your next inhale, you're going to step your right foot forward and place it between your hands. And you're going to drop your back foot onto the mat. And inhale, coming up into Warrior One. So this is called Warrior One. So in Warrior One, you want to make sure that you square your hips to the front. And you're going to make sure that with your back leg, your foot is dropped onto the mat, and that you're trying to turn your toes in while you turn your heel out. So I hope that makes sense. And you're going to raise your hands all the way to the sky and bending your front knee, squaring your hips forward, breathing in and reaching your hands all the way to the sky. And you're going to slowly cartwheel your hands to the mat, so placing your hands onto the mat. And you're going to step your right foot all the way to the back, finding yourself in plank position. And you're going to lower your knees, lower your chest, drop the tops of your feet. And you're going to lift your chest, your tummy, and your hips off the floor, engaging your tummy to support your back, and reaching your chest all the way to the sky and pushing the mat away from you. And you're going to tuck your toes and exhale, finding yourself in downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. You're going to step your left foot forward between your hands. And again, we're going to get ready for Warrior One. So with your back foot, you want to make sure that your toes are turned in while your back foot is turned out. And you're going to bend your front knee and raise your hands all the way towards the sky, and try and square your hips to the front of your mat. So imagine trying to move your right hip towards the front of your mat, raising your hands all the way to the sky. And you're going to exhale, cartwheel your hands back to the mat, step your left foot to the back, and you're going to lower your knees to the mat, drop the top of your feet and dropping your chest. And you're going to drop your hips and lift your chest, your tummy, and your hips off the mat. And you're going to make sure that your core and your butt is engaged while you push the mat away from you. And exhale, coming onto your knees and coming back into downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And you're going to walk to the front of your mat. And exhale, coming into a forward fold. And inhale, you're going to sink down, finding yourself back onto your chair. Sinking and sitting down onto your chair, squeezing your thighs together. And you're going to slowly straighten up, coming into a stand, mountain pose, and raising your hands all the way to the sky. Putting your palms together, coming down to your heart center. So now you're going to inhale, hands to the sky, coming back onto your chair, sinking down. And you're going to exhale, bend over, coming into a forward fold. And inhale, back into flat back. And you're going to exhale, bend your knees, step both your feet to the back of your mat, and lowering your knees and your chest and your chin, the tops of your feet, dropping your hips, lifting your chest, your tummy, and your hips off the floor, coming back into upward facing dog. Breathing in and exhale, transition into downward facing dog, pushing the mat away from you. And on your next inhale, you're going to step your right foot forward between your legs and drop your back foot, and finding yourself back in Warrior One. And this time you're going to turn your upper body to the left side of your body, and you're going to drop your hands to shoulder level, coming into warrior two, breathing in and breathing out, and you're going to turn your body to the floor and move your hands forward with your palms facing the sky as if you're receiving something. And you're going to circle your hands all the way to the sky and exhale, coming down and placing your hands onto your mat. And you're going to step your right foot back and find yourself in plank. And you're going to exhale into downward facing dog, trying to get your heels onto the ground and your buttocks into the sky. And you're going to slowly come back into plank, lowering your knees, your chest, the tops of your feet, and drop your hips while you lift your chest off the mat, your tummy and your hips, pushing the mat away from you. And exhale, transitioning back into downward facing dog. Your next inhale, you're going to step your left foot forward between your legs, dropping your back foot, raising your arms all the way to the sky, coming back into warrior one. And as you exhale, you're going to reach your arms forward with your palms facing the sky, and inhale, raise them back to the sky. You're going to open up the right side of your body, bending your front knee with your arms parallel to the ground, finding yourself in warrior two, breathing in and breathing out. And as you inhale, you're going to come back into warrior one, cuddle your hands back to the mat, and you're going to step your left foot to the back, finding yourself in plank. You're going to lower your knees, your chest and your chin, dropping your hips, chest off the ground, inhaling, coming back into upward facing dog, tucking your toes as you exhale, finding yourself in child's pose, inhaling, and on your next exhale, you're going to tuck your toes, exhaling into downward facing dog, pushing the mat away from you, and you're going to slowly walk to the front of your mat, and exhale, coming into forward fold. And inhale, you're going to come up, raising your hands up all the way to the sky, palms together, and exhale back to your heart center. And you're going to inhale, sink down into your chair pose, sinking down into chair pose, feeling your toes getting light while you reach your hands all the way to the front, focusing your weight onto your heels. Breathing in, breathing it all in, and on your next exhale, you're going to slowly bend over, coming into a forward fold, and breathe in, coming into a flat back. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees and step back into plank. You're going to lower your knees onto your mat, chest onto the ground, dropping your hips and your back into upward facing dog on your inhale, pushing the mat away from you and engaging your core. And on your next exhale, you're going to tuck your toes, coming back into downward facing dog, breathing in and breathing out. As you inhale, you're going to step your right foot forward between your legs and drop your back foot, coming up into warrior one. And exhale, you're going to open up the left side of your body, coming back into warrior two with your arms parallel to the ground. As you inhale, you're going to reach for the ground with your right hand and reaching for the sky with your left hand and opening up your chest. Imagine trying to lay your upper body onto your thigh, finding yourself in side angle pose. This is called side angle pose. Reaching for the sky as you exhale, and you're going to inhale back into warrior two, and you're going to straighten your front leg, and exhale, you're going to lower down, reaching for the ground with your right hand once more, and reaching for the sky with your left hand, and you're finding yourself in triangle pose. So this is called triangle pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Making sure that you formed a nice T shape with your arms. You're going to slowly lower that left arm to the ground and place the right hand outside of your foot. You're going to bend your left knee, resting it onto your mat. And you're going to inhale, raise your arms all the way to the sky, coming into a crescent lunge. And you're going to slowly bend all the way to the back, arms reaching all the way to the sky. And exhale, you're going to lower your hands back onto your mat. I'm going to straighten your front leg and resting your head onto your knee. Feeling that nice stretch underneath your hamstrings. So this is like a hamstring opener or a hamstring stretcher. And you're going to inhale, bend that front knee and raise your hands all the way to the sky, coming back into crescent lunge. On your next exhale, you're going to lower your hands back onto the mat and straighten your front leg once more, coming into your hamstring opener. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. And you're going to slowly move your front leg forward with your knee bent. And inhale, coming up into crescent lunge once more. And you're going to lower your hands back onto the mat and lift your back knee, stepping back into your plank position. And you're going to exhale into downward facing dog. Breathing in and just deepening your downward facing dog and breathing out. Breathing in. And you're going to slowly walk to the front of your mat and exhaling into a forward fold and breathing in, coming up, raising your hands all the way to the sky, palms together, and exhale back to your heart center. So now you're going to inhale, sink into your chair, breathing out and breathing in, sinking down into your chair. And on your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower as you bend over, coming into a forward fold, placing your hands onto your mat. And inhale, coming into a flat back, placing your hands on your shins. And you're going to place your hands back onto the mat and step back into your plank. And we're lowering our knees, chest and chin, you know this now. And you're going to inhale up into upward facing dog by dropping your hips and lifting your chest and your hips off the mat. And we're going to hold this pose as you exhale and inhale, tucking your toes, and exhale back into downward facing dog. And you're going to step your left foot forward between your hands and drop your back foot. And you're going to inhale, come up into warrior one, sinking down into your warrior one. And you're going to exhale and inhale. And on your next exhale, you're going to turn your body to the right side, coming back into warrior two, making sure that your arms are parallel to the ground. And you're going to lower that left hand to the ground while opening up the right side of your body, reaching the right arm all the way to the sky, coming back into side angle. And just imagine your shoulder blades at the back trying to kiss each other while you open up your chest. And then you're going to slowly lower your arms back onto your mat, lowering your right knee onto your mat. You're going to lift your upper body and your hands all the way to the sky, coming back into crescent lunge. You want to make sure that you square your hips to the front of the mat and raise your hands back into your crescent lunge. So this is a hip opener and a back bend at the same time. So you're just going to bend deeply and you're going to lower your hands back onto your mat and you're going to come back onto your hamstring opener on the left side. And we're going to settle a bit into this hamstring opener, opening up our hamstring on the left side, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, opening up your hamstring, and you're going to bend that knee forward and inhale, come back onto your crescent lunge, reaching your arms to the ground and coming back into your hamstring opener once again. And you're going to breathe into that hamstring, opening it up, stretching it out. Exhale. You're going to slowly bend your left knee forward and inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. And you're going to lower your hands back onto your mat. You're going to step back to plank. So this is the last plank of the practice. And you're going to exhale, bank into your last downward dog, I think. Yeah, but we are done with the hard work right now. And we're going to start slowing down. So you're going to bend your knees and walk your feet forward. You're going to come into a seated position. And you're going to settle in your seated position, finding your sit bones. And you're going to slowly lower onto the ground, coming on to lie onto your mat. And we're going to come into bridge pose. So you're going to bend your knees and trying to step your feet towards your buttocks. And you're going to slowly lift your hips off the mat while you push the mat away from you. So imagine someone with a rope pulling your hips all the way to the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. And you're going to inhale, stretch your arms up and over your head while you're in bridge, and exhale, you're going to lower your hands back onto the mat. And inhale, stretching your arms up and over, and exhale, you're going to lower down your hands together with your hips. And we're going to inhale, come up, hips off the mat and hands up and over. And exhale, we're going to slowly lower your hands back onto the mat. And inhale, reaching your arms up and over your head. And we're going to exhale, lower your hips back onto the ground. So we're going to come back to bridge one more time. So you're going to inhale, lift your hips off the mat and reach your arms up and over your head. And you're going to exhale, lowering your hips and your hands back onto the mat. Breathing in, lifting your hips off the ground and reaching your arms up and over. And exhale, lowering your hips back onto the ground. And you're just going to drop your knees side to side. Just coming into a little stretch and twist. And you're going to grab hold of your knee and move it towards your chest. And place your ankle onto your left thigh or your left knee, and just push the right knee away from you, coming into hip opening twist. And you're going to place it back onto your mat, and you're going to grab hold of your left knee, and you're going to place your left ankle onto your right thigh, and you're going to push the left thigh away from you, opening up your hips. And you're going to slowly grab hold of your left knee and your right knee. And you're just going to wrap your arms around both your knees, giving yourself a big hug and moving from side to side, and thanking yourself for doing yoga today. And we're just going to slowly get ready for our meditation. So you just continue squeezing your knees towards your chest, giving yourself that big hug, rocking from side to side. And you're going to slowly Stretch out your legs. So you're just going to basically lay onto your mat and stretch out your legs and place your hands on either side of your body, your palms facing the sky. And when it comes to your legs, you're just going to open them up and flop your feet from side to side like an open book, and gently lay your head all the way onto your mat, and you're going to slowly close your eyes, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And you're just going to be aware of your body and bring your awareness to all parts of your body. And we're going to start with your feet. So as you breathe in, you're going to bring awareness to your feet, to your toes, relaxing your toes and relaxing your ankles. Still breathing in and breathing out. And you're just going to bring your awareness to your calves, being aware of your calves and your knees, and relaxing your knees since you are bending them throughout this practice. Still breathing in and breathing out. You're just going to bring your awareness to your buttocks and your hips, and you're just going to relax your hips and your buttocks, and relaxing them and collapsing them all the way onto the ground. Breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and exhaling and just letting go. And you're just going to be aware of your fingers, the fingers on your left and fingers on your right, and breathing in, being aware of your entire arm, your left arm and your right arm. And you're just going to breathe in and relax your face, relaxing your face muscles. And you're just going to breathe in and breathe out, and just remain in silence for the next few seconds, and just letting go and just breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. And you're going to slowly bend your knees, and you're going to turn to the right side of your body and come up into a seated position. And you're going to raise your hands all the way to the sky and put your palms together, and namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, everybody, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe and comment and let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you and bye bye.